Hi guys, welcome back to another video of mine. The past couple of days have been very random because this video that I posted about my sister's engagement on TikTok went viral overnight and I just thought it was hilarious. I'll put the video up here.
Go back to the time I hid in a yacht to take photos of my sister's engagement. I'm on a boat. Oops, don't drop phone. I do my little dancey dance. Oh, heard something. Waiting. I see him. Tries to eavesdrop. Door opens. Freaks out. Hey, hey, hey. Grabs ring. Secretly takes out camera. Proposes. Sees me. In my hiding spot. Bye. Cheers, guys. Me not minding my business. Little sister energy. A success if you ask me.
So weird to think that 9 million people have seen my face, but yeah, everyone was so kind in the comments, so I just wanted to first and foremost say thank you to everyone. If you are watching this and came from that TikTok video, then hello, welcome to my channel, and I want to thank you. You guys are so lovely. But while I'm here, I thought I would just do like a quick story time about what happened from my point of view, what was going on in that video, because I don't think I explained that in the proposal video that I made my sister and my future brother-in-law, which I will link up in one of these corners. I always forget which corner to point at. But also shout out to my sister Alice and my future brother-in-law Dan. Sorry for spamming you guys, but yeah, I'm gonna link their instas up here. I wanted to do this as part of like a maid of honor / bridesmaid series, because I'm gonna also vlog like my sister's bridal shower, her wedding. Like I feel like that would be super fun to do, so I will be vlogging that, and I'll like keep this all as a bridesmaid series. Speaking of being the maid of honor, here is just some quick footage of how my sister asked me. My sister is like a super cool artist and she drew all of her bridesmaids a photo. Actually, I'll go get it really quickly. I'll be back. So yeah, she drew this drawing. This is me here. And that's my sister. She did that for all of her bridesmaids and gave us a box and everything. So I'm gonna stop interrupting and actually get with the story time. So my sister got proposed to in November of 2020, and if you live in Adelaide, then you would know that we went into an emergency lockdown in November. It was declared to be a 6-day lockdown, and it happened to be the weekend that my brother-in-law Dan planned to propose to my sister. So it did get cancelled. I remember on the week of, me, Dan, and one of his mates, shout out to Nathaniel, we were on a group chat and we were like, oh damn, like this isn't gonna happen. Dan had to kind of cancel everything and just reassess what he was gonna do. He couldn't propose that weekend. 3 days into lockdown, the government announced that the lockdown is getting lifted early, and then by tomorrow, which is the date that my brother-in-law planned the proposal, we could pretty much be out and about. So that Saturday, Dan had to reconfirm and rebook everything for the next day. So we basically had to plan very last minute. I personally, being the one who had to take photos and videos, had to mentally prepare and creatively prepare for the fact that I was now gonna take photos and videos, which I didn't think was gonna happen. So yeah, long story short, COVID almost cancelled all of the proposal plans because of a 6-day lockdown that was based on a lie that got lifted early, and then there was only 1 day to prepare for the proposal. Everything was then back on track, and then that brings us to the day of the proposal. In the video is me at the yacht place. I basically got there earlier with Nathaniel and we helped set up. There was like a cheese board waiting for them. They had photos and fairy lights hung up. I had blankets ready for them. It was very cute. I was just basically waiting around for my sister and Dan to come along, and I had his location on, so I knew exactly where they were at the time, and I could see like their little location just moving closer and closer. So that allowed me to really prepare. By the time they got there, I went downstairs, and that's the room that you can see in the video. They had like this little cabin, and then you could see from a distance Alice and Dan walking past. I got some shots of them through the window of the cabin, which you can see. I'll put it up here. I'm just like a little stalker, just like with my camera. And then it was really just a waiting game. We head out to sea. I got some really pretty shots. Like, look at this sunset. This is like so beautiful. This is not edited. I thought it was really, really, really pretty. I was in that little cabin living my best life. I was dancing, making videos, because what else can you do in that situation? I was just waiting pretty much. But it was so fun, honestly. Once we were out at sea, the boat kind of just stayed afloat in one area, and that's when Alice and Dan walked past. I could see through the window. They walked past and then finally head to the front of the boat, and that's where my sister saw all the photos. I couldn't take the camera out then because then it would have been too obvious, so I literally got my phone and opened up the roof window and basically just had like a tiny little gap, and I just had my phone like that and I was just filming. So that's how I got these shots right here without my sister knowing. I literally used my phone. You have to use whatever you have, and I'm telling you, the cameras that we have on our phones these days are amazing. So sorry guys, I just moved because I wasn't comfortable. I was like laying on my belly, and Utter made the best fried chicken burgers today, and I cannot breathe right now, so I just had to move. I'm just sitting down. Back to the story. So once Dan was ready to propose, he came down to the cabin where I was at because I was holding on to the ring and the final letter that he had written my sister, because I believe he wrote her a couple of letters. I forgot to mention they were like on a full date. So it wasn't just the yacht, it was a date prior to that. It was a couple of letters before then, and then they went onto the yacht. So boys, take notes. Dan came in to grab the rings, and that's when you see us like hug each other. We were so excited. Everyone in the comments was saying like, oh, I wish I had that relationship with their like siblings partner, which I didn't realize, but I'm really grateful for. We were just really excited, and it was really cool to be like fully involved in that experience, especially for my sister, who's my best friend. And then before Dan left, I was like, wait, let me press the song, because he had planned for a certain song to play during the proposal. This is a song that I knew my sister would love to get proposed to because she told me before. So we made sure to time it perfectly. And that's what I mean, so much thought was put into this, like props to Dan, so much thought, even down to the playlist. So the plan was for me to play Touch the Sky by Hillsong, the acoustic version. And then once that song was ending, the song Let Me Love You by Blake McGrath would play, which is the song that my sister loves. It's not something I could earn. That was kind of Dan's signal to propose, which is exactly how it played out if you see the video. But once Dan had gone up, that was my cue to then start the whole filming process. So I opened the window very slowly. I was like, and I had 2 cameras. So someone asked, how did I get a video and photo at the same time? The secret is multiple cameras and multiple angles, which wasn't easy, let me tell you. I had one camera on a tripod. It's my other camera. I had that on a tripod, and I basically propped that up and had it poking out of like the hole, the window. I'm gonna show you what I looked like. What am I doing? But basically I went like this. Imagine there's a camera on here. I like propped it up, and it was like wobbly, and I leaned it against the window sill, but it was like not stable at all. There was no stability. So I had to like hold it with my body while I had the second camera here. So this camera here was filming. It wasn't that successful because the majority of the footage and the most important parts of the footage ended up blurry. But it's fine. I was so sour about it later. So this was recording, and then I was here snapping photos, and I was just like this, stepping on the bed, and I was like doing this, and then trying to stabilize this. So I had a lot on my hands, and I was doing a lot. So the fact that this was blurry, I can't get mad at. In addition to that whole situation, the camera that I was holding and taking photos with, I also made it a point to also film video so I could get handheld footage with it, which I'm very glad I did because obviously the other footage was blurry. So I was just switching from the auto camera settings to the video settings and back and forth. Photos, video, photos, video. I just got as much as I could because, you know, they can only do it once and I can only get that authentic footage once. And with that being said, people were asking like what settings was I using on the camera. I was just using auto because I didn't have time to change like the aperture, not a pro at like all the camera settings, so I just stayed on auto because I was just like, look, it's more important to me to get as much of my sister's reaction than to get like the perfect exposure and etc., all the technical stuff. So that's how I captured my sister's proposal. It was really sweet. It was very emotional. The proposal itself was beautiful, even though it was spitting like a bit of rain as we were heading out to sea. Once we were there and once Dan proposed, there was no more rain. The clouds like separated to allow like this beautiful sunset to come through. My sister noticed I was there. I gave her a quick hug and then I was like, don't look at me. Keep going, don't mind me. We took some more posed photos, but then after that, I made sure to give them the space, and that's where you see me, you know, like back in my little hiding spot with some champagne, cheering them from afar, and it was a really beautiful day and such a good memory to have. Anyways, this camera is gonna die. It's on 4%, so I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching. I will get back to regular scheduled programming for this channel. I didn't mean to post this video, but yeah, I just didn't have time to make another video this weekend, so I just thought I would do this quick story time. Keep a lookout for the upcoming Bridesmaids Maid of Honor series. I'll make a couple of videos because my sister's getting married in September of this year, so it's all happening and I'm excited. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love. I hope you have an amazing week and I will see you guys in my next video.